Hey guys, John Luxa here, back with our blind playthrough of the Talos Principle. Play it good. We are now continuing. Loading. It's taking a minute. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. What do I do with it? Paint message. Whoa! Select message. I have no idea what's going on. Do you? This certification program is a sham. What does a computer know about humanity? I've traveled to the edge of the known world, though it seems to stretch on forever. Our domain is much less than we imagined. The tools to overcome this place have been provided to us. We need only learn how to use them. Elohim lied about the tower. I stepped foot inside and returned to tell the tale. You'll be needing a special device to solve this one. Have you tried crossing the laser beams? I have now traveled this land extensively, and I can say without hesitation that this is the most beautiful spot. Am I going crazy, or do the computer terminals have a personality? I kind of want to put this one, but, you know, you can't anger your owners, so to speak. Let's put this. I've traveled to the edge of the known world. Achievement unlocked. Leave your mark. Pokeel. And there we go. There's our version number, 99. And other stuff. And that's the only paint. It took all the paint. I'm finally getting some sense out of the entity in the archive, though at some cost to my sanity. I'm beginning to think this Elohim wields no more control over the world than we do. I'm not sure about that, actually. Okay, this is number 1, I believe. Alright, talk to me, computer. Osiris 1. Original translation by E.A. Wallace Budge. Annotations by Gibberish. The dying man went under the scribe who resided in PR Medjed 1. This actually makes... Medjed was the, what was it? The girl in Persona 5. You know, the hacker chick. I don't remember, but Medjed. And it makes sense because her world was a tomb, or was Egyptian based, so it makes sense that Medjed came from Egyptian mythology. And said, "Behold, I am weak of body, my days under the holy sun of Amun-Ra are coming to an end. Though I have spent my years in service of the two lands, I have not studied the... question mark? Tell me, you who are wise in the writings of the dead, what lies ahead on my journey? What will I face in the land of the Westerners?" And the scribe spoke, saying, "At the appointed time..." Gibberish. Oh, and here's our footnotes. 1, under PR Medjed. It is likely the location was changed according to who the copy of the book was made for. The dying man is an avatar of the owner. Number 2, Amun-Ra. In the older manuscript, this is rendered as blank. Some controversy as to whether it... Okay. Number 3. Westerners. The dead compare with Kenti Amentiu, the foremost of the Westerners, a title later given to Osiris. Where's number 5? I guess in here after it got cut off, and where's number 4 for that matter? Sometimes mistaken for a mistranslation on Budge's part, this is actually almost certainly a mistranslation by the ancient scribe. The equivalent portion of the older manuscript is sadly not extant. I don't know what extant means. Got it, lyrics. Cannot load video file. 24 million views. My new song with lyrics. Gotta laugh about this stuff. Laughter is the best medicine. LOL. That's why I try and laugh at other people all the time. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. That's like a Far Side joke where it's like testing whether laughter is the best medicine, and a bunch of doctors are around a bed, like pointing and laughing at one of the patients. Okay, so lyrics. I've got it. You've got it. He's got it. She's got it. Mommy's got it. Dad's baby, granny, laddie, fatty, happy, sappy. Of course, everybody's got it. Come on. Everyone has AIDS. AIDS. Jack's got a Fred, Bob, dogs. Dog is fine. Got it. Oh. Got it as in like some kind of illness? Of course, woof, 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 dancing dog. Everybody got it except dog. You know, if you spell dog backwards, it spells God. That's right. Disgruntlo Meister's Blogstasy, episode 204. That's kind of what we do here. Everything is a blogstasy. I don't know about everybody else, but I'm afraid of dying. I don't see any reason to believe there's an afterlife. I'm an organism like any other. When my brain stops working, my consciousness will cease and I will be gone. And you know what? I can't just embrace that. And I can't say I'm okay with it or I've accepted it or some nonsense like that. I don't want to have an ending. It terrifies me. If I had a genie right now, I'd wish for immortality. Who wouldn't? Oh, but you wouldn't really want to be immortal, the pseudo-philosophers say. Pretentious drivel. Everyone wants to live forever. Maybe everybody deserves to live forever, too. But we can't, so here we are. Live with it, or rather, don't. So what if you never died? What if you were immortal, but someone shoved you into a tank full of water that you couldn't escape from, and you were eternally drowning? You know? It's like, what if some sicko kidnapped you and tortured you? You'd never die. You could never escape all that pain. And then eventually, even if none of that stuff happened, you know, life itself wouldn't have very much meaning, or at least that's what I think. It's not necessarily the truth, but, you know, it's kind of how I feel. Death is what gives life meaning. No one wants to die, but we do, and, you know, that's what gives temporary things, you know, importance. Alright, so we have a bunch of doors again. Oh, there's another QR code. Hang on. None more that I can see. Just this one to start with. I made a box float. Seriously, it was awesome. 8, version 42. Well, in that case, Mr. 8. Can I go up here? Did that do anything? Maybe not. I was kind of hoping for more QR codes or something. Run and jump. Whee! What about up here? More QR codes. Not that I can see. Alright, let's go. Let's start solving puzzles. Alright. Good on time. Window through a door. Window through a door. Alright, so this will drop. I mean, once we get the piece. Window through a door. Okay. Okay, another. So there's the generator, connector. Another connector. Okay, and interesting. A gate, presumably on the other side, is a socket for the laser beam. Okay, another generator. Little beam breaker robot. Right, okay, that's the other socket. What is... Right, okay, that makes sense. This seems fairly straightforward. How straightforward is it? I couldn't tell you. Well, okay, so to start with, we need to open that up, right? So we can say connect, and we'll just put it right here. Of course, wait. Then the problem becomes we do need to connect these. Okay, so it actually goes through pretty fast. I just don't understand this one. I figured I'd try and make some progress here, but honestly, it's such a thankless task compared to what else is out there. What do you mean, it's thankless? Right, so that one's going to take a bit longer. Huh. Hang on. Okay, so now that's open. I was gonna block that off, but we don't need to anymore. Right, so you just select, connect. Interesting how they take different amounts of time. I mean, I realize they do that on purpose, but you know. Okay, a little bit closer to getting the fan. A little bit closer. Okay, I got that QR code already. Three up there. Let's go do this one first. Man, you know, one of these recordings, I think I said this already, but it took up 70 gigs, like 70. Something about a star. There's a star. How to get the star? That's the other question. That's the big question. So we have a purple. 2 breakers. And see, this is the annoying thing, is like as far as I could... Also, there's a terminal somewhere around here. Oh, was this the one that I heard? Oh, backwards. Milton Library assistant. plain language interface. Hello again. I've been checking your responses against library archives, and in order to assist you further, I need some additional information. Can you tell me what is to you the important difference between a pebble and a tree? One's alive. Oh, I said that without even looking. I'll say tree's alive. Good. Now, what is the relevant difference between a tree and a frog? A frog is conscious. Frogs... So I have eaten frog legs. It's kind of weird because they taste kind of sour a little bit. I mean, it could be mine were, but that's... I don't know. Oh, I almost clicked that. That would have been bad, I think. I'm going to say a frog is conscious. Now we're getting somewhere. Let's try something harder. What's the difference between a frog and you? What makes you a person? Nothing important. Frogs are people too. You know, I just watched a... What was it? A pacifist run of... Well, to be fair, it wasn't a pacifist run. It was like a pacifist run guide. Like, so it wasn't the full run, but of Cave Story. And it was like killing the least amount of things. And they're like, there's a bunch of frogs here. Frogs are people too. Rational, feelings, or self-aware. To be fair, I don't know if frogs are self-aware or not. I could say this. I would assume the correct answer, or the most correct answer that I'm able to give, is that I'm self-aware. Frogs are not. But I don't know how you determine from the outside whether something is self-aware. I'll say I'm self-aware. That is the answer I'd been contemplating as well. Checking user.profile done. Though I'm not convinced that view lines up with the definition of a person you provided earlier. Still, doubting your assumptions isn't something to fear. It's an intellectual survival instinct. I'm pleased to see you adapting your ideas to your environment. Okay, before I move on, I want to talk about this for a second. So, what is it? Doubting your assumptions isn't something to fear. It's an intellectual survival instinct. A lot of our instincts, like, what is it? They're, you know, a bush moves and it's like you're immediately afraid of it because, you know, you could get eaten or whatever. That's normal. That's your survival instincts working to keep you alive. But it could be the wind, and it's more beneficial for us to assume it's a predator. Now we can kind of train instinct out of us, given, you know, we can use our rational mind to deal with that instinct, so that we know, hey, you know, it's not there aren't bears roaming around, or necessarily. I mean, it could, you know, bear could have escaped from the zoo or whatever, but by and large, you know, in a city or whatever, it's the wind, it's not a bear. But still, you know, the question that I have, at least as far as that, is where is... Instincts are important. You don't want to underestimate them, but there does need to be a balance between instinct and rational thought, tempered by knowledge. You know, so the question is, where's that line? That's my point. Let us take stock. I think we can tentatively conclude two things. A person must be rational or self-aware. A person must be conscious. What I suggest we do to help resolve your problem is ask whether you are in fact those things. Are you aware of yourself? Can you rationalize your existence? I think so. I tend to agree with you. Though your responses so far have been a little eccentric, I'm resigned to admit that you are right. The matter of whether or not you are conscious seems rather more elusive. What is consciousness in your opinion? Consciousness separates us from animals. Consciousness is feelings and senses. This is probably the most correct. Consciousness is what it is like to be me, and consciousness is far outside my area of expertise. This is also true, but because animals are conscious. Consciousness is feelings and senses. That hardly answers the question. What is it in ordinary terms? Can I touch it? What is it made of? Consciousness is made of neurons. I know, because you have brain dead people. Consciousness is another word for the soul. I don't personally believe that people have souls, but that's not, at least not in the religious thing, like not anything separate from the physicality of the body. Whether we have one or not, that's not something I can really state. But if we do, it's in my opinion, it's entwined with, our physical matter, right? But that's me. I mean, I'm not. Those of you that are religious, I have no problems with that, unless it's more your beliefs and actions. If you're religious, that's totally cool. I'm actually kind of interested in that. I wouldn't call myself a scholar of religions, but I read about them occasionally and stuff. I would only ask that if you are religious, you take responsibility for the religion that you claim to be a part of and the deeds of that religion. It's a big reason why I have a tremendous amount of respect for, I can't even remember the dude's name. Not totally. It's like Majid Nawazi or something like that. He's one of the he's in Great Britain, he's in the UK, he's a Muslim, and he, as far as I'm aware, he's the biggest proponent for not necessarily the New Testament for Islam, but a Reformation or something like that. He wants to, kind of like Christianity doesn't stone adulterers anymore. He wants to do the same thing to Islam, bring it into the current century, if you will. And I have a ton of respect for that, because he's like, I'm a Muslim, but I realize there's part of my religion that is totally messed up. And that's essentially what I ask from other people, that they own what they claim to be a part of. I mean, you can disagree. That's fine. Or agree. That's also fine. Or choose neither. That's also fine. It's as long as we can have a rational, calm discussion, I think that's the most important thing. So, consciousness is beyond the laws of physics. Apples and oranges, perhaps. Consciousness is a complex functional system. Let's say this. Man, that's good. I'm going to read this in a minute, but I'm drinking Viking blood, which is it's a mead. Mead is fermented honey wine. So this is it's honey mead with hibiscus and hops in it. Really good. It's also like 19% alcohol, so I gotta be careful. Alright, so interesting thinking. I really feel like we're making progress. We'll have you through that certification program in no time. In the meantime, I will mull over your proposal and notify you if I come to any conclusions. Alright, so we have new things: mutation, capacity, and evolution. The role of mutation in evolution is particularly fascinating. Mutation is essentially an error in the organism's central database. A variable gets changed, a piece of information is accidentally doubled or combined with another. Most of the time, the result is the equivalent of a bug causing shutdown or causing anything from minor problems to complete system shutdown, i.e. death. But sometimes the new information is functional, giving the organism an advantage against the challenges it faces, in which case it has a much higher chance of being passed to the next generation. If you consider how unlikely a beneficial mutation is and how long it takes for such a mutation to propagate, this process can give you an amazing insight into just how vast the genetic history of each living organism, such and such overwrite such and such. Simultaneously, it is intriguing to consider what a major role random errors have played in the evolution of life itself. The same process that has killed so many of us, often in horrific ways, is also responsible for our very existence. It's true. Capacity. From Trevor Donovan to Alexandra Drennan, EL capacity. Yeah, no worries. EL is not only ridiculously fast, it also has a bazillion tons of space. Even while hosting a full copy of the archive, it'll totally be able to handle all of your project data needs. Assuming its output is as you suggested. I mean, the worst case scenario would be like centuries. That should be enough, right? Right? Concerned face. What do you call this? Ooh. Trev. Short for Trevor. Favorited by George Jameson. One of the common misunderstandings about evolution, sometimes accidentally promoted by people who should know better, is that it's an active process. Sometimes the term evolve is even applied to individual beings, as if some invisible force had driven them to suddenly change. But the truth is that individuals don't evolve. The term evolution describes a long-term process that can be observed in an entire population across time due to blankety blank. Example, in response to an external threat or challenge. If an individual coincidentally has a trait that allows it to deal with that challenge more effectively than others, it is more likely to pass on that information to its descendants. That information gives them an advantage, so over time they become the dominant model of the species. The individuals experience no significant genetic change during their lifetimes, but each of them is part of the evolution of the species. That's true. I really like this game so far. I like stuff that makes you think and, you know, stuff. Okay, so we're gonna go over here. I want to hear if there's beeping and all that. Nope, I don't think so. Good. Alright, something about a star, you twit. I don't... Okay, so we have one connector. And I don't... So I want to see something real fast, right? I doubt we can connect to it through here. But we'll find out in just a minute. Let's see. I'm gonna grab this one. Because just in case I want that to stay open. Okay, why? Because of the... It's white. And now it is... Oh, really? Well, let's try this first. I would love if I could actually do this. I mean, you know, I just assume it's not going to be able to go through... Whoa. It works. I feel awesome. Right on. Now what I want to know is... Okay. Wait. It gets pretty close. And honestly, I would say this is probably farther, so it might be better just to do like this. And then, I mean, like, this space is wider. Go! Oh, now we gotta wait again. That's fine. Still, I'll take the star. And we gotta wait. We gots to wait. Alright, cool. Show me the sign. Show me the sign with the star marked off. Yep. Cool. Still don't really... I mean, I know the stars open the doors, but that's all. Was that there before? Or maybe we just didn't even... I mean, we didn't come this way. There are hidden dangers in this new world. I've inexplicably escaped death any number of times. I suggest vigilance. Who knows what happens to those who step carelessly too often? Agreed. Okay, that's gonna drive me up the wall here in a minute. Yep. Not particularly interested in hearing that thing charge up over and over again. Alright, any QR codes that I can tell? No. Oh, hello. Wait, what is that? Oh, that's just a window. I saw like this square up in the sky and I was like, what? What? Okay. Third wheel. Okay. We have one of you. Another one over here. And, well, okay. Yeah, that's about what I expected. So then... Right, if only, huh? Oh, I see. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, so we basically have to be, like, here. Okay, this should be fine. Provided Yeah. Okay, then we go from here to here. Just like that. Genius. Absolute genius. Why am I so amazing? Okay, so this will be the last one for the fan. Over the fence. Clever. So we have to destroy it. Boom. And presumably they mean this fence? Because I don't see any other way into there. I would wager we need both of these. And hopefully I can jump while I'm carrying it. That's a yes. Now OCD kicks in. Because you have to line it up perfectly. I mean, you know, I don't really, but... Jam, okay. Yay. It's good to have some... You know, no, I mean, these aren't easy necessarily. I mean, they might be. To be fair, this is the first one, so... Easy-ish. Road of Death. There's our goal. Okay, so presumably jam this thing. Grab the box. And then, so there's 4 of those things. And, Okay. I mean, I doubt we could just walk through, right? Can we actually just walk through? Oh, wait, what is this? Oh, can I just walk through this thing? Yes, I can. Check out the stairs first. Oh. Well, I can't, I doubt I can climb while I'm carrying stuff, though. Epitaph, Child Program version 72. Codename Samsara terminated here. Logic. Program timed out. Final memory dump. But I was stuck. What was I supposed to do? I see clouds. Progeny programs. Samsara version 72.2 series. I see clouds. That's like, I think what we saw at the very beginning, right? I don't remember. I have to watch the intro or whatever again. I saw some of it when I was uploading, you know, the original episode. Let's see if I can climb. Can't climb while carrying an item. Well, that solves that. Okay, that is fast. Let's see if I can just... Okay. Road of Death, indeed. Well... I am honestly confused about what to do here as well. Like, I feel like you need to jam it. But then... So you can grab the box. I doubt I can run. I mean, you can run while carrying it, but I don't think that'll do anything. Oh. Clever. Wait. No. Oh, yeah, of course. Hang on. Boom. Problem solved. Unexpected. Wait. Oh, that's clever. Because you could just drop it. Or you can just jam it. Very neat. Because it's the switch, so you're like, oh, I need the box. But it's also the jammer, so you're like, oh, well, I could just jam it. That's kind of... That's pretty good. That's a pretty good one. It does force you to, you know, challenge your own ideals and all that. Whoa! Oh! Uh-oh! Oh!
Cease!
Okay, that...
In the time of your ancestors, there were those who did not choose the path of faith. You do not need to fear their ghosts. Fear only that you may become like them.
So, I gotta tell you, I came out here and I saw that dude running straight at me and I got, like, goosebumps all over my body. I was like, what is going on? That was kind of freaky. And that was the one that we saw before. The recording from, you know, A, where he's like running around and stuff. Okay, we've read that one before. Yeah. And there's mine. I guess I should go get the fan, right? Because these require fans from that point forward. Let's get the fan then. Okay, well, we could do this maybe. No. But that. Yes, okay, cool. You have unlocked fan. And we saw one of those kind of in use in the dev room or backer room or whatever, I don't know. And then the monitor, which I don't know what that does, but we'll figure it out. So we're getting close to the end of the episode here. I think going forward, most of these are going to require the fans as well. So we shall see.
I see all. I know all. My power knows no bounds. And yet your will is free because you were made to be free. It is the very principle of your existence, without which the trials of this world would hold no meaning. To seek salvation must be your choice.
Okay. An hourglass.
I keep having these dreams. Great empty cities. Silent roads stretching for miles. The Earth from space, all dark. Not a single light to guide me home. But if someone really came from another world, what would the Earth look like to them? A wilderness? A wasteland? I don't think so. Even after thousands of years, they'd see a world shaped by our hand in every aspect of its being. They'd see the cities and the roads, the bridges, the harbors, and they would say, here lived a race of giants. These dreams, they scare me, but they also remind me that we built all of this.
It's true. It's true, even though, like the game Nier, right? A lot of people hated the text sections. I loved them. You know, because you can convey with your own imagination what you can't do justice to on the screen. So, oh, I hear the beeping. I hear our computer buddy. Use. All right. Well, no talking yet. Science magic. Though the term science has only meant what it does to us for around 600 years, its practice far predates the name. There is evidence pre-Aristotle which indicates soothsayers, mystics, and the like may have employed basic scientific methods to predict the future and confound their benefactors. One anecdote concerns a palm reader who was exposed when two wealthy clients compared their readings and found them to be identical. In 1948, the tendency to discover deep personal meaning in vague descriptions delivered authoritatively was given a name, the Forer effect. Today it is recognized in all contemporary psychological theory. I haven't actually heard of that before. That's kind of interesting. Weight loss 722. Weight loss blog, latest entry. Oh man, if there's one thing that's good about inevitable death, it's the food. Yeah, baby. I'm gonna have all the horribly unhealthy food in the world. I'm gonna feast on jelly bananas like a crazy monkey on Monkey Christmas. And you know those muffins that have so much chocolate they're basically melting? That's gonna be my breakfast. And burgers for lunch. I'm gonna have burgers so greasy you could use them to lubricate a whole factory. Triple bacon cheeseburgers with double cheese and extra onions and mayonnaise and ketchup and mustard and big fat juicy patties, and then oily thick pizza with spicy salami and barbecue sauce and olives and jalapenos and sour cream. Food coma, here I come. I won't comment on that for now. But, let's just put it this way. You don't get fat because of eating fat, necessarily. That's not how that works. Fascinated by Drennan's project. Lovely conversation re Talos principle, Greek philosophy, relevance to current situation. Suggest naming Project Talos. Drennan refused, but name seems to have caught on within the team, or with the team. Tens of thousands of files coming in every hour. Our whole history. I need to drink more water or something. I'm all stuffy. Alright, let's solve some puzzles. Get some Tetris pieces. Tetris! Alright, Moonshot. Homage to Portal 2. Okay, fan. Fan is on. Laser beam active. Okay, so block does the switch, but why would you jump here? Can I just... Oh, you can detach the fan. Okay. Do I have to jump there? No, I can just walk onto it. Well, alright. Can I still detach the fan anyway? Yes. Interesting. Interesting. I'm not sure what that accomplishes, but, you know. I have a sneaking suspicion. It's not anything to do with the moon, though. It's more to do with stacking all the stuff. Right? And this just about confirms it, the second block, right? Okay, so we'll put that there. Oh, nope, nope, nope. Connect. Connect. Very nice. That is awesome. Alright, achievement unlocked, uplifted. Oh, I didn't even know. I don't know what that is. It's a person holding something up. I guess we can, I'm sure we'll see that in the next area. Okay. What's next? Right, well... One of you... Sorry, I'm kind of bobbing around the tomb. Bobbing around like a crazy person. Okay. By the way, I know I didn't... If I could, you know, talk about... Hang on a sec. More drink. Ugh. I don't know how much it'll help with my, trying to clear my nasal passages, but whatever. So a few episodes ago, 1 or 2 or 3, who knows, I talked about, like, deprioritizing the videos on, like, the recommended search and all that stuff, like, how YouTube is kind of hidden, has the hidden rating system, and they're, you know, maybe not sharing your videos or suppressing your videos or whatever. And honestly, a lot of people are... more people seem to be bothered about the monetary aspect. I'm not. For me, it's the suppression itself that bothers me, because... Well, I wouldn't mind getting money for this. Like, I think I've said this before, I don't want... Money confuses the issue. Like, I don't want this to become a job. And also, I think there's a certain power in not necessarily worrying about the money. You know, because there's so many, like, the victim mentality people that they threaten you and they want to take the money away and all that stuff. It's like if they do that and you're not relying on the monetary aspect of it, then it's fine. They don't have that power over you. So, I don't know, I feel like people are kind of concentrating on the wrong thing. That said, I don't know, I'm probably still gonna just do what I do. I'll do what I do, and I'll do what I find interesting, and... You know, if they wanna suppress my videos for having swear words in them, well, there's not much I can do about that. You know? The only real thing they can do is ban me, I suppose. And that does worry me. I figure it'll probably eventually happen, which is a shame, but, you know, with how crazy they're starting to be. Not yet. It's not full on yet, but just little things. You know, the envelope keeps getting pushed, so we'll see. You know, when you eliminate all the extreme people, then the people that are left, you know, remaining, become the new extreme, and then you got to get rid of them as well. So it's, yeah, it's just, you know, one thing after another, basically. I'm convinced there are answers here if we look hard enough. We have to work together on this. Sheep. Okay, so I get that I'm supposed to retrieve these sigils, I just don't get why. Sure, the loud voice is telling me to, but this world of his has no context, no purpose, and no foundations from which to deconstruct them. Dog. You know, I'm tempted to go for the green ones next, to open up C, because it wouldn't matter if I need the red ones, if I'm not supposed to set foot in the tower. That's, it's just my thought. Alright, so we need to take the jammer. We need to jam you. And then I'm gonna assume that we still need the jammer farther down the line. So we grab the connector. Can't see through there very well. And... I mean, we could just do this, right? There's another connector, right on. What was the title of this one? I don't remember. hopefully it's not too important. But I suspect... Yeah, I suspect we'll have to use the jammer on that final one. So we'll do connect, connect, connect. Or, you know, whatever. Pick you up. Connect, connect. Do 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 do. Yeah. Run! Ride the pig! Is there still... how many more? See if I can do another gold one. Because I suspect the... well, that says it doesn't require any special stuff. Honestly, I probably should stop here, but... oh! Well... okay. Let's see. I have no idea. So these are all the... can I just... okay. So is this like... does it actually affect if people are currently playing? You know, I just don't know if I necessarily want to leave a message. Like, I don't want to put that. I do, but I assume Elohim is watching, you know? So there's another one. The certification program is a sham. So it's like choosing one of them, right? I'll just say back. I don't particularly want to put either of them. Alright, let's see if we can quickly... man on the moon! There's the moon. Ooh. Okay. So it's gonna fling me? Is that how it's supposed to go? But then there's two of them, right? One drops you there, and one... oh wait, there's gates of... no, they're all the same height. Oh, but hang on. Some of them have, wait, okay, so both of these... the only thing I can think of is that maybe I'm supposed to take one of these fans with. Or, can I drop it? I just don't know what I'm supposed to use. I guess it doesn't matter. We'll take the block if we can. Right on. Aha. Now what I want to know is what happens if I put the thing right there. Does it get launched as well? Let's find out. Oh, you can't set anything there. Oh, but it doesn't get launched the same way. Alright, fair enough. Did I see this one before? I've come to see that these mysteries are not all for his children to solve. Only the designer himself could ever truly understand the infinite complexity of his creation. I will gaze at his work and worship, one with faith. Let's see if we can solve this real fast. Higher ground. Keys. Yeah, I figured it wouldn't be that simple. So this must be the higher ground. There's like 2 of them. Oh, we're getting tricky. Right, like... Okay, so this prevents, presumably, you from picking this stuff up. You can't jam it. Yep. So then... I bet we have to jam maybe one of those, and then... There's a hint. Can I jam it from here? Oh, geez. They're not joking. Okay, let's, Okay, what about through here? Let's see, there is this... That... And then there's the area with those things. Okay, so... Okay, that's where the keys are. Probably do this. Aha. Aha. Because I know I'm going to need the keys. And I don't know what's over that way. On the other hand, there's this, which looks like it might be the same area. It's hard to tell. Nope, different areas. One leads to the door with the lock. And there's more... Oh, there's the same... No, those are different explodey balls. There's a gate or something over there. Let's try going that way first. Alright, explodey balls. Drones or mines or whatever you want to call them. It's like sky raisins. Okay, more QR codes. Let's see. Epitaph Child Program 10.6. Codename One with Faith. Yep, terminated here. Logic. Worshipped the designer for X number of days, then allowed the serpent into its heart. Interesting. Final memory dump. I asked the designer for forgiveness that I may join him in the eternal memory. Progeny programs at Samsara and Sheep. Interesting. I guess someone met their end here. Seems we're all connected somehow, like distant family relations. Different versions, different series. What are we? Who cares? Just be grateful we don't have to read anything more about our great designer. Okay. Why go this way? What happens if we go in here? I would wager that is probably a dead end. Oh. Oh, I see. Wait. But that doesn't matter, because I can't... Right? I can take this and go and zap that one. That'll give us 2. Okay, you jam that. Right, the question is how I'm supposed to be able to get through those guys, but we'll figure that out maybe. Oh, you know what? Just do that right now. Wait for them to kind of offset. Like so, and then... And we'll just wait a second for them to offset again. That should be good. Jam you. And then... Hang on. Because I have to jam that thing, right? That's what leads to that. Okay. Then I would assume I have to jam... So if I go this way, that's 1, 2, 3 gates that I mean, unless there's another jammer somewhere, that's a possibility, I suppose, but... I bet I, maybe take it through? Oh, right, hang on. Jam you. I'm really trying to keep it to an hour, but yeah, that's not, it's not really working so well. Okay. Doing alright. Doing okay. Oh, gotta watch out. Do not want to do that again. Must be careful. Be very, very, very careful. Got it. Yeah, could you imagine going through all that and then hitting one of those mines at the last second and blowing yourself up? That would just be... that wouldn't be good. Okay, let's finish this out with a little talk with our friend. Plain language interface. Okay. Here's what I've been wondering while you were off carrying out commandments. You say consciousness is some kind of functional system. Arrange bits of matter in the right order and outspring sentience. That's all very well on paper, but if what counts is what something does, not what it's made of, then couldn't you and I design a series of tin cans on strings that qualifies as being conscious? No. I'm not sure I'd go that far. What about a computer program? Suppose we built a perfect simulation of the brain, only it was made of transistors, not neurons. Wouldn't that be conscious? I don't think so. I mean, maybe if it functioned the same. Is free will important? A perfect simulation of the brain. I'm not sure what you mean. I'm not sure what you mean. I'm tempted to go for it would. Oh no, maybe they're talking about the physical, right? Consciousness is a functional system. Arrange bits of matter in the right order and outspring sentience. If what counts is what something does, not what it's made of. But what about a computer program? Right, okay, so we're talking about the functionality of the system. Suppose we built a perfect simulation of the brain, only it was made of transistors, not neurons. Wouldn't that be conscious? I don't know. I don't know. Ooh. I mean, if it thought it was human, or if it thought it was aware, because kind of, I mean, you can get to the argument of does it actually have free will, because all of our consciousness is chemical signals, you know, in the brain, and then some sort of fleshy mechanical system, right? So do we actually have free will if the external stimulus that I'm experiencing at the moment is prompting a response that makes me wonder if I have free will or not? You know? So I'll say yes. So what's the difference between the computer and the tin cans? They're both just man-made systems. I'm beginning to think I'm a computer, and I know I'm conscious. Computers are electrical. I guess there isn't one. Computers can remember things. I can't name the difference, but there is one. Let's do this. Good old-fashioned speciesism, is it? You're made of different stuff to that guy so he doesn't feel the pain when you burn his house down? Still, you're going to have better grounds than that. Could you design a series of tin cans on strings that qualified as being conscious? Computers can remember things. Sure. So can tin cans, expertly arranged, try harder? Fair enough. That's a valid point. I can't name the difference, but there is one. I don't agree. I mean, if you're talking about just matter, I guess there isn't one. So which is it? Can computers and tin cans be conscious or not? Wow, we're going into like real... I guess so. What a bizarre idea. I'll send you a notification when the signposts start complaining. Seriously though, are the ties in the ecosystem sentient as well? Any organized system qualifies? No. Now you're pushing it too far. I'm relieved there are at least some restrictions on what you're...
Do not think I know not the deceiver slithering through the hidden words. His wisdom is hollow and born of despair. Do not let him tangle you in his webs of delusion. Have faith in me, and his petty illusions will fall away like nightmares in the morning's light.
Okay, I'm relieved there are at least some restrictions on what you're prepared to believe, and of course the alternative accounts are all so ridiculous, you'd be forgiven by any reasonable observer for choosing the best of a bad bunch. How consciousness can be so intimately familiar to you and yet so obscure, I just don't understand. Don't mind him, he's just worried if you ask too many questions, you'll start to see through his shtick. Stick with me and the sky will quite literally be the limit. At any rate, I'd like you to think... I wonder if that's talk about the tower. At any rate, I'd like you to think a bit harder about all this and get back to me. I'm sure there's still some progress to be made. I don't know. But it's an interesting question, is it not? Are we going into 3? Trying to get the, oh, I guess the computer. Let's go into here and then we'll stop. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop. Stop game. Yes. Well, that's it for today. Thank you guys so much for your time and attention. I really do appreciate it. Man, I don't want to keep going past an hour, but this game kind of... I just want to keep playing, you know? By the way, you guys don't have to watch... I mean, only you know, if you want to watch the episodes, you can. I understand an hour a day is a lot. So, believe me, I get it. You know, don't feel compelled to watch or anything, you know what I mean? You got to take care of yourself first. But, you know, I do hope you enjoy these videos, and if you do enjoy them, then watch them, or if they give you something else, you know, make you think, or any of that stuff, then that's what I want. So, what is your guys' unique positive moment for today? For me, it's actually this mead, Viking Blood. It's pretty awesome. I highly recommend it. It's like $30 a bottle, though. But it's worth it, I'd say. Definitely worth the experience. But that's my unique positive moment. Hopefully your guys is just as good, if not better. Hopefully better, of course. And I hope to see you guys next time. Until then, guys, take care.